Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jefferies, the present day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. This morning when I woke up, it was cold. It was like really heavy, dark clouds and raining, not the rain. It was just like that, that insipid, like, pathetic kind of rain. It wasn't like, give me the rain. It was just like, yuck. And you know what? I got to the beach. I got out of my Jeep and took my board off the car, got dressed, didn't think twice, and just charged into the ocean. Just kind of like assertively just walked into the ocean. And when I got there, it was like, oh, okay, winter is coming. The ocean's already started to cool. It was a southerly swell, so the water's coming up from Antarctica and New Zealand. And I went, okay, this is just a little bit cool this morning. And as I walked into the surf, I thought, you know what, there's a time where I would never have done this. I would never have gotten up in the dark, in the rain, in the wind, in the cold, and walked into a cold ocean. I just wouldn't have. And what I know for sure is over the next 3 to 6 months, winter is coming. It will only get colder and it will only get windier, and the ocean will get colder as well. And, I was thinking as I walked into the ocean, what's changed? Because 2 years ago, there's no way I would ever have done that. I am the biggest sook on the planet when it comes to weather. And when it comes to cold, I am a Queenslander. I've grown up in the tropics. For those of you who live in, kind of North America and those kind of places, imagine where I live. It's like Florida's weather with Hawaii's beaches. That's the easiest way I can explain it. And so pretty much apart from 3 months a year, we have warm, humid weather. And I love it. I love it on so many levels. 2 years ago, I thought, you know what, I have to actually give surfing through winter a go, because everyone raves about how clean the waves are and how they just go forever and there's no crowds and it's just wonderful. And I have always, for the last 20 years, I have run away from winter, living in the Southern Hemisphere. As soon as winter kind of came, that April, May, I'd start heading north and I'd disappear for 3 or 4 months of a year, every year, and, work as a professional speaker up that way. And it was easy and it was wonderful and it was great. But then I thought, I want to give this a crack. And so I did. So 2 years ago was the first time I surfed winter. And I remember some days they're so cold. So I've got a full wetsuit on, booties, gloves. And I remember some days when that southwesterly wind is blowing, the water's about 18 degrees. It's so cold. I couldn't sit on my board. I had to be under the water because it was warmer in the water. It's down around 0 in those days when that wind's blowing, the wind chill factor. And so I'd be under the water, just my head sticking out, holding onto the fins. And then I'd see a wave coming. Then it's like, cool, okay, on the board and off I go. And that is such a contrast to the life that I've always lived. And I really mean my whole life. So how did I do it? I wanted to explain that because this was such a shift for me. It was crazy. Well, the first thing is I applied the same discipline. I thought, how do I make it happen? I kind of applied the same discipline that I've used on being able to go to bed on time for the last 30 odd years. So I've talked about in previous episodes about how I'm so disciplined with my sleep that I'm in bed by 10 p.m., 6 days a week, 5 or 6 days a week, because I know the benefits of doing that. I know the health benefits. So I've got my why for doing it. All good. So I thought, okay, well, what if I apply that same kind of discipline? I went, okay, so here we go. Well, the first thing I needed to do was I needed to make the decision once. So my decision was I'm surfing 5 days a week, no matter what the conditions, no matter if it's raining, no matter if I'm cold, tired, whatever, no matter what, I surf 5 days a week. I made the decision once. And when I did that, it's not like every morning I don't have to go, oh, shit, will I go surfing today? I've made the decision. I surf minimum of 5 days a week, every week. Ta-da! And that was how I got my head around procrastinating. Because what I know for sure is if I wake up and it's dark, which it is every morning when I go surfing through winter, and even this time of year, it's black. It's like nowhere even pre-dawn yet. So I wake up, it's dark, it's cold, it's rainy, whatever, any of those things. It's the same as summer. I wake up, I get up, and I go to surf. That's it. So that was the way I got my head around procrastinating, using the weather as an excuse. So number 2, the second thing to do, I needed to know why I wanted to do it. So the same way as I've applied the discipline of sleep, the benefits of my sleeping before 10 p.m. at night, I have a why, because I know it helps to, lengthen my life and have my hormones and everything work properly. I know my why for that. So I thought, okay, what is my why for wanting to surf through winter, to get up in that uncomfortable, painfully cold, windy, dark, all those kind of things? Why did I want to do that? And it was like, well, it's fun. But the second thing is, again, the health benefits. I don't want to turn into the little old lady who is, at risk of falling through lack of balance and breaking hips and dying early and all those kind of things, as well as it's my choice of a way to exercise because I prefer the ocean to being in a gym. So that's it. That is my why that tells me I have a good enough result at the end to motivate me to get me out of bed in the cold, dark, rainy, windy days through winter. That's it. So what's your why? Why do you want to do whatever it is you want to do? That's why I want to surf. And what you want to do first off is, before you even, or as you work out your why, do yourself a favor and just let yourself off the hook for anything that you've ever said you wanted to do and you haven't done. We can't live into our future when we're hanging on to the past. We want to live into our future from our present. So if I want to age slower and have better balance and have more fun and hang out with all the cool peeps, which is what I do in the surf, and know how good I feel, I've got to live that from today, not the, oh shit, I haven't surfed in the past in winter, and in the past I've gotten cold, and in the past I haven't, that's all crap. It's in the past. You want to live your future out of your present. So let yourself off the hook for all the crap you've said to yourself or done in the past and just go, it's a fresh day. The sun came up. I'm starting fresh and clean. Here I go. Why do you want to do the thing you want to do? Once you get that anchors you to the motivation, to the energy, to the action that's going to get you the result that you want. Ta-da! Now, it's that consistent little step each day that actually gets you there. I don't know if you've heard of someone called Mel Robbins. She's a super cool chick. She's a chick who's talked about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the way she's gotten herself around, doing things that she hasn't necessarily wanted to do is that she counts down. So the alarm clock goes off. She goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out of bed, and off she goes. Now, if that works for you, fantastic. For me, I don't know. I think I'd get around the countdowny thing, but it, for me, just works. Make the decision once. I know why I want to do it. And I'm determined to end my life not wondering what if I'd actually surf through winter? Would my surfing have advanced more? Would I be stronger, fitter, and healthier? Would I have more fun? I don't want to die wondering about anything in life. That's my choice. And so I don't give myself time to analyze. The alarm clock goes off if I'm setting an alarm for surfing, and I just get up straight away. I get to the beach. I don't look at the weather and, oh, fuck, it's a bit cold. I just get my board off the car, get changed, and I go. That's it. I take the action and I course correct along the way, but I don't give myself time to overanalyze and overthink things. And that's what works really well for me. So leaving you with just three easy, healthy life hacks today. The first one is, what's your why? Why do you want to do the thing that you want to do that you've been procrastinating on? What is it? Why do you want to do it? Anchor on that, and that will give you the motivation to do it. The second is to make the decision once. Don't make the decision every time you've got to do it. Make the decision once. I choose to surf 5 days a week, no matter the conditions, subject closed. That's it. There's no back door. I surf 5 days a week, no matter what. Make the decision once. I promise that's easier. And if you want to try the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go to my show notes, healthylifehacks.com.au, and I'll have a link directly to Mel Robbins, and you can watch some of her work. on the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Life is actually pretty simple, guys. We all procrastinate on the stuff that we don't want to do. If something magically comes along, we find the energy and the vibe to do it. Why? Because there's a why. There's a why that we want to do that more than the thing that we're procrastinating on. So find your why, make the decision once, and nail everything that you want to do in life. Next episode, I'm going to be talking about the most powerful way to get benefit from affirmations. So if you are the kind of person who does affirmations, which I absolutely do, if you are the person that makes affirmations, says affirmations, does affirmations, lives affirmations, if you are that person like me, I'm going to teach you the most powerful way to get the maximum benefit from your affirmations. It's a tiny tweak that I promise made a difference to me, which is why I'll share it with you. And then I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review on Apple Podcast to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. And if you would like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, simply click the link in the comments below. Join my newsletter and we will get that free ebook sent to you. I welcome your emails and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.